also that it was the 19th century that saw the development of the railroads. As explained before, since the birthright pertains to nations, that the gate of our enemies would be such, would be such passes of Gibraltar, Suez, Singapore, and the Panama Canal, etc. Britain and America came into possession of every such major gate in this world. So we must be modern Israel. World War II hinged on these gates. They had become not only strategic passes, but the world's greatest fortification. But today, we have lost most of them, most recently the Panama Canal. And it appears that soon Gibraltar too will be lost. Why? Notice Genesis 39, verse 20, verse 2 and 23. The Eternal was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man. The Eternal was with him, and that which he did. That means everything he did, it turned out good. You couldn't stop it. Even when you tried to, you locked him up. Do you know they locked Joseph up for 15 years? A woman said he tried to rape her. He wasn't even looking at her. He worked in the house with her every day and didn't even look at her. She didn't even exist to him. Now that's a strong mind, and she had bonds. Okay, back to the lecture at hand. The Eternal was with him, and that which he did. The Eternal made it to prosper. Everything he did. And God did prosper Joseph's descendants, Britain and America, with the fabulous birthright promised Joseph's son. So no. People who were here first, like me, the natives, were the original children of Joseph, or from one of his sons. Consider Moses' dying prophetic blessing, foretelling what would happen to each of the tribes in these latter days. And of Joseph he said, "Blessed of the Lord be his land, for the precious things of heaven, for the dew, and for the dip that couches beneath, and for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon, and for the chief things of the ancient mountains, and for the precious things of the lasting hills, and for the precious things of the earth, and fullness thereof. Let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh both. His glory is like the firstborn birthright holder of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns. Great Britain's national seal today. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth, and they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 13 through 17. You can go and look these things up. You don't have to listen to me. You can go and look them up on your own. Just listen to what I'm telling you to go, and you go look at it. I'm not a preacher. I'm an ambassador messenger. I'm a warrior for God. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. You know? But it goes on to say, whoever is a Ephraim and Manasseh today must have been in possession of the earth's choicest agriculture, minerals, and other wealth. The great gold and silver mines, iron, oil, and coal, timber, and other resources. What nations fulfill these prophecies? Why, only Great Britain and America. More than half of all tillable, cultivatable, temperate zone lands of this earth came from after AD 1800. That's why we were still over here slaving people into the possession of our two great powers alone. The rich agricultural lands of the Mississippi Valley, the vast wheat and grain fields of the Midwest, of Canada and Australia, the great forest lands of the Pacific Northwest and many other parts of the world, the gold fields of South Africa, Australia, Alaska, and the United States. Oh, you didn't think gold was mined here? That's how brainwashed you are. They don't want you to think. They don't want you to know that you can dig it up on your land. Just dig long enough. Let's start today. The natural waterfalls and means of power and consequent prosperous industrials and manufacturing districts of England and the eastern United States. See, if you're close to water, you can start your own water source power. You know, look at the dam in Columbus. It powers a lot. Y'all just thought water. All they had that up there to separate the water. The choicest fruits lands of our Pacific coast in Florida. What other nations combined ever possess such material wealth? None. And nearly all this wealth came to us after 1800. You know? Go check into everything I just said, you know, and you'll see that it's all accurate. 100%. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Star Vegas music movement and addressing the issues. Faith without works is nothing. Peace, love, and soul.